Izvestia remained one of the mass information media. Relied on the editor-in-chief. This is not yet a victory. Everything is still ahead. This a struggle of hopes is still ahead. Pankin at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs has just taken his position, but he's getting right into harness. Diplomats do not like to stall. And this, these events did not particularly interfere with our, for example, ongoing efforts such as the Moscow Conference on Human Rights. We had the honor of visiting his personal office. The interior here is the same as it was, but the personnel is different. Within your personnel, within your staff, there are going to be diplomats who support Yeltsin. No, rather, we are going to investigate those diplomats who did support these things. Obviously, are not going to be diplomats anymore. The fact that they've been recalled to Moscow doesn't mean that their fate is necessarily decided. Particularly England, Guinea-Bissau, Ireland, or Yugoslavia. What is your position on Erich Honecker? It is not at all an easy issue. You can't. We had to take into consideration Honecker's age, other circumstances. One of the first actions of the new chairman is to recall KGB staff. Starodubtsev, peasants. Is a new military coup possible? Are we being too optimistic? Names were named at the previous coup. Starodubtsev, the Peasant Union. The highest pressure always came from the KGB. Социалистической единой партии Германии, главном столпе местного социализма, говорят сегодня как о чем-то почти забытом, то наследство другой основной опоры социалистического немецкого государства, а именно Министерства госбезопасности, и по сей день многих заставляет вздрагивать по ночам, покрываясь испариной. Within the former GDR, some are quite afraid that the information accumulated over decades will come back to harm them. That this could wreck careers, that the information contained within the Stasi files could wreck a great many people. The central building of the State Security Service of the GDR was raided last January. Not only the leaders of all leading parties came under suspicion, but members of the Chamber of the People of the GDR came under suspicion. Бонн и Берлин, оспаривавших место хранения и право контроля за архивами. Удалось достичь компромисса, создав специальный комитет
Compromise was reached.
безопасности под руководством представителя восточных земель Гаука.
Compromise was reached to put control of the former state security services under this.
Своему другу и партнеру, одной из главных теневых фигур бывшего руководства ГДР, полковнику МГБ Шальк-Голодковскому. Да и самые последние скандалы в рядах
The most recent, Golodkovsky is also under suspicion.
в малой степени объясняются тем, что многие ее лидеры в новых восточных землях подозреваются в связях со Штази.
Many leaders in the eastern states are now under suspicion of security connections. The higher legislative organs of Germany are now investigating this. In light of this, any possible connections between the Stasi and political leaders could, of course, have various repercussions, economic and political. The coming winter, when the situation could become exacerbated, does concern us as far as provision is concerned. Pipes are now being laid, the last 100 kilometers. Now, what regions of districts of Moscow are most dangerous? The central part. There are networks that do not supply heat now, and partially in the north. These districts in the north might become without heat. Even after the measures taken by Mossovет, there might not be heat in various apartment houses, and people are buying special devices to cope with this. The situation with heat delivery in Leningrad is even more serious. We do have a fear, we are alarmed about this year in light of the cable situation there in Leningrad. Glenn Moore, modernist sculptor, has a show opened dedicated to him here today. His themes, mothers, children, fear of death. This is an exhibition worthy of his work. Pasternak once said, in art, person is silent. Art says everything. The unexpected news. Shamiev renounced his party membership. President Shamiev. Kislovodsk, there have been incidences of cholera. Ozone depletion reported in Pamir. Greetings, comrades. A Gosport press conference described to you the competition of Gorchevsky. There was conversation about various issues, and people called in. So We have a master of sport of the Russian Federation, many times champion of the world champion. What are these conflicts here, and do they really exist? There is absolutely no conflict. If you had invited me and Nikolai Cheruska to this press conference yesterday, this is Machulga, representative of RFSSR Sport. No athlete, no trainer will be surprised if there's any change. Everything remains the way it was. People are not retiring. The committee heads are still there. If any reorganization is needed, we will work it out together on the level of the Federation. And this will be, subject to Federation.